Day past due, the state legislature continues to battle over which bills should make it to the governor's desk. Keeping his finger on the pulse of the Capitol, our political analyst, New York Post political columnist Fred Dicker. Fred, what's going on down there today?
Nothing positive, Cody. You know, a lot of people thought the legislature would wrap up this week. They were supposed to wrap up on Wednesday, but here it is Friday, and they're really no closer to an agreement. They're coming back on Tuesday, but the latest rumor, and this is an informed rumor, maybe the 4th of July. It's that bad now, and there's talk that the Assembly Speaker, Carl Hastie, is having real difficulty keeping control of his conference, as it's known, the majority Assembly Democrats. So it's really up in the air. It's still a big issue of the New York City rent laws, and there's no end in sight.
You talk about Speaker Hastie having a little bit of trouble. Obviously, there's been some big regime changes this session, to say the least. Why is that? Or some of the older lawmakers just having trouble talking to new leaders and being able to take orders from them?
It's a combination of things. Carl Hastie doesn't have the respect that Sheldon Silver earned over a few decades as the leader. He may also have certain constituencies that aren't comfortable with him, didn't want him to begin with. And I think a big problem, Cody, is that the governor, who normally would be looked to as a guy to bring both sides together, the Assembly and the Senate, is weaker now than he's ever been since he took office. And a lot of Democrats are critical of Cuomo, notwithstanding the fact that he's a Democrat as well. So the governor's traditional role of bringing people together, trying to come up with compromises on very serious issues, just doesn't seem to be delivering this time the way it has in the past.
What are you hearing from your sources? Is the governor putting anybody's feet to the fire here to try to get things done, or what's going on?
No. I mean, look, this has been a whole week now, critical week of negotiations. He hasn't, the governor, Governor Cuomo, hasn't said a word to the public. He rarely is seen. He hasn't even met with the three leaders together, the two other leaders together, as far as we know. He's been meeting with them individually. The governor has become a recluse. He's lost a lot of his mojo. He's being publicly criticized by his fellow Democrats. And I don't think even if he was in good shape, he could find an easy solution here. Bottom line is these Democrats in the Assembly have to have renewal of that rent regulation for New York City. It affects 2.5 million people. The Senate Republicans don't have to do it. They want other things. And right now, the two sides can't come together on what should be done.
Well, it'll be interesting to see exactly how long it takes, Fred. Thanks so much.
Will be.
Reminder, you can